Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T, that fresh out.
What's up?
We back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Man, we got that J Camp in the building, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Potty Piper.
Yes, sir.
I see him.
What's going down, man?
Man, chilling, bro.
First of all, you the only member with no snow.
Oh yeah, man. It was like 83 degrees here today.
What?
Man, first of all, we got that vacation tan cracking right now, dog. God,
Definitely got that dark Negro tan, man. I didn't added 3 shades.
The straight people tan, dog. L Weezy the pop father, what's going down, man?
Yeah.
Optimus Prime.
I'm the exact opposite. It's about 10 degrees out here, about a foot of snow.
It's so cold in the G.
I'm rapping for y'all though. I'm rapping.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's what's up. And I think I'm about 2 shades lighter.
The D hat.
You say you about 2 shades lighter, L?
Yeah. I think
hey, L, do y'all think y'all gonna be snowed in for the week?
The kids already got 2 days off. You know what I'm saying? So
I know they love
that's
it.
A win. Win.
Hey, when you mention 2 shades lighter, are you talking about Khloe Kardashian hand light? Are we talking that light?
I'm
just wondering. I'm just asking for a friend, as they say.
I'm still a black man in America. I got that melanin in me. You know what I'm saying?
They got the Michael Jackson ankles, though. You know what I'm saying? I got them all day, man. First of all, this is when your girl don't put no lotion on, don't shave her legs and all that bull. So don't be trying to rub up on me for Valentine's Day with them little witchy legs and bull.
Don't be kissing on iceberg with them crusty
paper brown.
This cat right here.
Okay.
As long as you pass that paper brown bag test, bro, you got melanin.
Nah, you got that cardboard skin.
Like an AKA initiation.
Man,
that's that Whoopi Goldberg's counselor, dog. That Bebo P in the building.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, man, you getting that brethren right now, man.
Business is booming, baby. Let's get that money, baby. Man. Y'all keep messing up. Hey, I'm gonna have Jeff Zucker holler at me next. You know what I'm saying? Zucker from CNN, baby. Man, these folks keep messing. Y'all keep messing up so Fresh Out can get all them dollars, baby. Y'all see what it is. Iceberg, what's good, man? What's good, man?
Hey, man, I'm goody, man. Like I said, I'm just glad to be warm. All the bills are paid. You know what I'm saying? Until March. I'm good, man. The bank account's looking nice. All the bills wasn't paid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at a new whip, man. You know what I'm saying? God is just good. You know what I'm saying? Like God is good. And then, hey, first of all,
let me hold that BMW though, cuz.
All day, man. All day. First of all, man, we got to shout out to all our new subs, man. Like, you guys have been holding it down, man. Shout out to all the new subs, man.
Shout out to y'all.
Y'all been killing it, man. Like, y'all, I mean, seriously, like, y'all been showing so much love, man, in the comment section, man. So
much appreciated, much love.
Much swag, man. So shout out to Sweaty Teddy, dog.
And they've been busting loose wide open. They've been splitting him wide open, man.
I gotta go talk to Los now, man. Make sure you all right.
We've been doing a welfare check on you, like. You in there? You okay? Eddie, are you okay? I said, man, this dude said he like Jay-Z, and they just pounced on him, dog.
Dude, they coming for that neck.
They was giving it to him, man.
They coming for the gut neck.
Shout out to Los too.
Shout out to Los.
First of all, welcome back to the channel. This is Fresh Out, man. The best commentary on the planet. You know what I'm saying? We are the reincarnated Rap City, man. Catch us at Fresh Out Show at IG, YouTube,
without the basement.
Twitter. Yeah, you know how we do, man. Without the basement. We ain't got no basement. The ground's too soft.
Hey, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click on that.
Go ahead and do that.
Please.
Go ahead and do that. Cash yourself too.
Bam. Hit one of these too.
We'll take that like button too. While you at it.
Take the like button all day.
We'll take all that.
This is the thing, man. There's not a lot of real hip hop, man, on these spaces, man. And this is where we come in at. You know what I'm saying? We give you the nostalgia, but we still give you some of the new swag. You know what I'm saying? And like I said again, we got the best commentary. J Kemp, Bebo P, LB the Podfather, man. We go in every Wednesday, 9:00, 9:30 if you in need. So come through. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You know, we on Negro hours. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all can scoop it. Black History Month too. We're gonna make sure y'all gonna see.
And it's Black History Month too. Yeah, we're gonna be giving y'all some nice shows, man. I think we're gonna do that Cali top 4, top 3, man, depending on how much time we got. We're gonna give y'all that Cali.
We could do that.
You know what I'm saying? Just for the Super
Bowl, happy Black History Year every year.
You might have to get on a little late, man, for the folks on PST time. You know what I'm saying? So they can see it.
We're gonna give y'all a Cali show though, real talk, man. Chuck Taylor's, you know what I'm saying? All that.
Get your khaki, get your Dickies. Your Dickie game got to be smooth.
Man. Get your C-walk on too, you know.
Get them creased though. Get that crease right.
Right, you got to get your crease.
First of all, if you get them creased right, you put it under your bed. You don't iron them. Just put the clothes, put your pants under the bed, and then you lay on the bed, and it's done. Come on now.
Thanks, bro.
But first we gotta go down to Atlanta real quick, man, and get our car stolen.
Okay.
Damn.
Shout out to 2 Chainz, man. This thing, if y'all been watching the show, we just gave y'all a lot of jewels on hip hop going corporate. A lot of cats are understanding the influence that these rappers have, and of course, 2 Chainz, aka Titty Boy, he's been holding it down, and of course, Krystal. The first of all, if you from the north, you know what I'm saying, and you're not from the south,
north,
you know what I'm saying,
north,
you don't know about Krystals. You know what I'm saying? Krystals is basically the Southern White Castle. And of course, we got to start with J Kemp on this one, man. Like, what's your just thoughts on another hip hop player getting another marketing deal, a co-sponsorship deal? What do you think about this? Just like we talked about before.
I actually love it because of the elements that's actually in the deal. But I do want to say White Castles is obliterating Krystals. I don't care what nobody out the South say. White Castles is smashing Krystals. But anyhow, you know, that's on that. If you're 21, you've been to the club, you know what I'm saying? You got to soak
late
up
night
that alcohol. Krystals and White Castles will get you together. But the other elements of this deal is what I like though, because it's got the creation of the NFT artwork, the custom curated in-restaurant music, the limited edition merch that's going to be available online and in the restaurant too.
Okay.
2 Chainz don't do nothing small. So I've always respected this dude's business acumen. It's not like that Fat Joe, that Sloppy Joe's sandwich that Fat Joe's working with. This is actually a real like deal. Like this deal is actually real partnership. There's other elements, you know what I'm saying, to this deal. So I like it, man. Like again, like we said before, I don't mind when Cass is doing stuff that actually it's got some kickback to it. Because this is one of those things where 2 Chainz can pass down to his kids. You know what I'm saying? Because Krystals ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially
nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere, man. So this is a win, man. And 2 Chainz is big in the South. So it's going to help out Krystals. Well, we know why Krystals is doing this. You know what I'm saying? But besides the coonery aspects of what Krystals is doing, let's push that to the side. I want to focus on what 2 Chainz is doing, not only for himself, but setting his kids up too, man, to really pounce on this, man, and kind of cook. Bebo, I know you probably thinking with your kufi on right now. You know
let me get that from you real quick.
It's coming in early.
Kofi coming in 9 minutes in.
I knew that. I was looking at his swag. I peeped his swag and knew that
he wanted to drop the Kofi.
Oh man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bebo.
All right. Okay.
You can obliterate what I just said.
Go ahead, Whoopi.
Man, Whoopi needs to take some lessons. You know what I'm saying? More like she looking more like Whoopsie. Right about now.
Oh man.
Paying fresh out all them buckaroonies. But no, I mean, I think that this is going to be an interesting situation to see from a business aspect for 2 Chainz, because this is going to be somewhat of a different stance for him, because I know he has business situations and ventures going on with the Create Every Opportunity Millionaires. I think he has some stake in the NBA G League as well.
He does
as well. So
that's a good look too.
Yeah. So he
sure.
definitely has business experience. I just hope that, you know, with him being the head of creative marketing, he could take whatever marketing experience that he's maybe set eyes on, you know, soaked in from, you know, his fame in the music industry and just, you know, and, you know, in business ventures elsewhere. If that's happened, I hope that he's willing to bring that professional aspect of marketing that the company is looking for to this brand in order for this entity to accomplish its business goals. So as long as it's not a token situation or a token placement, hey, great. But if it's
I don't think it is.
And it seems like, you know, from the article, it seems like he, you know, he has experience, you know, coming up, you know, obviously going to Krystal, eating there just like most anybody in the South. So it's not like he doesn't. I'm sure he has great ideas for the company, and you know, we just have to see what it does. But shout out to 2 Chainz and you know,
I think the big point, Bebo, too, is he's just expanding his portfolio.
There you go.
And this is just one. It's just one restaurant, and they're going to basically just like put 2 Chainz all over, play the music, do the NFT. Like I think it's a really good look just to do one joint. And then you already know how niggas are. They're gonna be going there taking pictures, going in there, you know, maybe you know he'll drop by and give out some burgers in the neighborhood. Like it's a really good
birthday, a free birthday, Krystal. You know,
there you go.
Gonna be playing that big booty hoes. Gonna be playing.
Well,
but this thing, LB, what's the other side to it, man? Other than
hold on, because I didn't even let me pass that down. Right, hold on, bro. Right there.
Go ahead, Ed.
What there is there a bad side of this?
Or just another side. Period.
Here's the side that maybe if you like you said, if you from the North and you don't know too much, you might see this as very similar to Fat Joe, and that you might be thinking that we might be trying to go out and you know, kill him on this one, but this is not the same thing. Okay, let's be clear on that. And I think there's 2 things that kind of make this a little bit different. And that first thing is that of course 2 Chainz, he's from College Park or whatever, right?
College Park.
That is where the headquarters of Krystal is at. You know what I'm saying?
Drop a bomb for LB. Okay.
So if that's the situation, that tells us that, like, okay, there is a true connection between where he's from and where this brand is from. And so there's a natural, just like, you know, camaraderie there already. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the second thing that I think is dope, which could actually help, is they said he wants to develop a luxe line of like premium food products for them. Right? Bam. This is where you can then bring in something and say, hey, listen, we all love Krystals the way it is, but also if you're, you know, if you over 40 and you kind of had a couple of problems, you might want to have this better, nicer food over here, because you know you can't be doing that after club 3 a.m. stuff with these burgers or whatever. So
and that's where he kind of, and this is where I'm hoping that he's connecting or you know, making the right business moves, you know, doing the right, either he or his people, or you know, he's connecting with the contracting people to do the business research to see what the trajectory is going to be about something, as to what you said about, you know, what's the likelihood of, you know, this demographic liking a luxe type of menu or aspect of the menu. So that's a great point.
It sounds basically saying it's almost like that Eminem spaghetti joint in Detroit that LB had to co-sign before they broke ground.
I'm not co-signing that one. I don't know. Like I'm just bro, I don't know why I want mom spaghetti. I just don't know why. Like, I'm tight. But hey,
he is with their primary investor group though. So
yeah. You know. No, I'm not mad at Eminem for the move. I just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm just not his target audience. That's it. His target audience is somebody else.
Eat everybody's spaghetti.
But this other thing too, man. And I always ask this from Jay Camp's point of view, because Jay Camp brought this up. Jay Camp always said there's always going to be somebody copycatting. Do you see other brands doing this in copycatting too? Do you see a Wendy's joint.
You know what's gonna happen. You know it is.
Bringing back Sweetie and Boo. You know what I'm saying?
Dave is gonna have somebody twerking over a nugget.
Where was Wendy's founded? It's somewhere in Ohio, I think.
I was thinking about that too. I was thinking
we're gonna have Bow Wow,
Bone. We're gonna have Bone.
We're gonna Bow Wow, Bone, somebody like that. They gonna probably try to scoop in LeBron.
Nugs.
Well, you know what's so funny is I can't even see LeBron getting in bed with Wendy's.
Nah.
You know he's over with like Liverpool and he got a piece of the Red Sox. You know he ain't fooling with Wendy's.
Oh man.
Hey man, we gotta hit that Preggo, dog. You know, hit that Preggo meat. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Wow. First of all, shout out to Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? She had a little baby with what's that rapper's name? Oh, excuse me, fashion icon. What's his name?
Fashion icon.
Does he doesn't rap anymore?
A$AP Rocky.
Fart on this dude.
Fart
on this guy.
Are you hating on him?
Fart on this guy. Basically the big thing, man, is just real quick is like I put all these other people over there for a reason. And yes, the lower third's wrong. Who cares? Why do you think, man, everybody's going low, picking low, man? You know what I'm saying? She was with a billionaire and then she ends up with a rapper who don't rap.
Well, because obviously relationships ain't all about money, man. You know what I'm saying?
So Nicki gets with a sea molester.
Hey, that's a whole nother spot. That's wild, right?
That's something different,
Kim,
bro.
you can't see Kim right now, but Kim's over here with a broke little comedian cat.
Yeah.
Cardi B's giving $1 million check to her dude because he needs the loot.
Ouch.
And then Brat was like, "Man, F the dudes. I'm just gonna get with a hair chick."
Hey, that's who she always been though. Cut her some slack.
She used to mess with Ivo.
Did she though?
Yeah, she used to date Ivo, obviously when he was married, but you know, we ain't gonna tell his business.
Man, Iceberg is going in.
Yes, he is going
what
in.
I
gotta give him that disclaimer
on the Riri joint, man.
What you been sipping on, Iceberg, this evening?
Hey
man, look,
pass that koofy back up. Pass the koofy up.
Oh man, good. God, take it. But what y'all thought on the Riri joint though? Just real quick.
Man,
I just think it's just one of them situations, man, where like what L said, man. I mean, nothing shocks me in who these folks is picking, and I'm not even dissing like ASAP. You know what I'm saying? At all. I mean, I just think that you know they two entertainers. You know, and they've been. I know they've collabed on a couple of things, but
they collabing on the nuts too.
Yeah, that too, but. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I mean, I can't really just go in on these two, man. I mean, I understand, like you saying, like they buying low, but at the end of the day, I guess when they was buying high, they didn't get what they needed. So you buy low and they feel safe. You know what I'm saying?
Or she got kicked to the curb.
She could have got kicked to the curb. It's possible.
But
hey, everybody can get
kicked. I'm gonna pass Scooby down to Bebo here in a minute.
Some of that can be comfort. Go ahead, Bebo. You look like you want to go in.
No, I mean, you know, it's interesting because what you said about Jay Campa is, you know, she was when she was buying high, she wasn't getting what she wanted, or they weren't getting what what these females in this thumbnail and others of their like they didn't get what they, you said essentially they didn't get what they want, but it's like, well, did they give what it is that needed to be provided? So it's a give and take situation. Just asking the question.
Okay.
Kevin Samuel in your Kevin Samuel bag.
No, hey, just asking the question. That's all. Just asking the question. Just asking the question. Hey, just asking the question. Just asking because it is interesting to see high profile women of whatever financial status or
because she got that cool Billy, don't she?
She got that Billy, dude.
Right.
I mean, just imagine this dude basically getting on like spousal support.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
shout out to ASAP for being in that position. I mean, he's
there. You go.
If he plays his cards right, I mean,
but here's the thing.
He's good for a while.
Here's the little mental exercise everybody should do, right? Which is that like.
Give it to him, Father.
If none of these people were ever famous, like who was they gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? They was probably gonna pick these same kind of dudes.
Drop the jewels.
Let's be very clear.
At the end of the day.
Let's be very clear. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, they was still gonna pick this way, whether they have fame or they didn't have fame. You just
everybody give a toast to Power Father. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping the jewels, bro.
Ding. Cheers out here, man.
Cheers out here. There you go.
I mean,
seriously,
like Father said, at the end of the day,
they was gonna
roll with who you gonna roll with regardless. The same cat you was dating in high school is gonna be the same cat you gonna date when you got that belly. When things don't work out, you go into that safety net. You're gonna fall into the safety net.
Hey man, this thing, I really don't give a crap about Rihanna because she's trash. But the one little scrubby dub that hurt me, man, was Serena Williams when she got with that dude that looked like Jacob from the Bible and bull. Like,
but she did what you were saying. She got with a billionaire.
Yeah, but see, this thing, like
Eve do the same thing.
The billionaire thing.
Yeah, Eve did the same.
But this thing, like you said, they're not happy, man. Like I said, they probably want to end up with a hood nigga anyway.
They probably do.
Yeah,
but hey,
man,
that's the thing. Which one, like who they both get crucified because it's like one was like, I'm just picking a hood dude, and the other one's like, I picked a billionaire.
Billionaire dude are getting the club for free.
You crucifying on both sides though. You like, oh man, you settled too high. Oh man, why you going with this dude that look like Jesus? I mean, like they losing either side of it, man.
But dude, she said he smelled funny though. Serena said he smelled funny.
Hey man, hey listen, that money make you smell a little bit better, man.
Yes, I don't know.
Hey man, he eating them 2 Chainz Krystal burgers, dog.
I'm sure some Vidalia onion smelling rich people out there.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
Hey,
I don't wear deodorant type out there. You know what I'm saying?
Like them Hollywood
foods. Make you earthy out there.
That deodorant over the bus.
That's that new Hollywood trend, man. They ain't washing their ass right now,
man. But sometimes it's like
ass in like a month.
It's like that saying though. You can get out the street, but sometimes you can't take the street out the person. Well, sometimes this is kind of a similar situation. Yeah. These individuals of this ilk, they mess. They've had the so-called cream of the crop or the actual cream of the crop, but something just their true nature, their human nature, just in their mind has them settling. No matter how much they have, what access they can get, how much better they could possibly do. Oftentimes they go right back down to whatever down is. So nonetheless, I'm not saying that I'm not pinpointing anybody by name, on the thumbnail or just period. It just is what it is though. And shout out to Rihanna, congratulations to you and ASAP.
Congratulations.
And we just wish you a lifetime of success together as a couple.
And we don't want nothing with that Riri army. Don't be coming over here in the comment section, man. We salute Rihanna. Let it rain on your situation. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, you like what you like, man. It is what it is sometimes. Like I know some people, they just corny. And no matter how much money they got, they gonna like corny stuff. And then they go
grab corny people.
Yeah, they gonna like corny people too. That just is what it is. You like what you like.
Well,
I want a weed smoking fornicator. Here you go, Jesus. Bam! Yes, I'm giving you what you want.
I got 17 of them. Boom. What you need?
Speaking of fornicators,
wow.
We gotta talk about J Camp's favorite rapper and / director.
That segue.
His favorite movie, Drumline. We gotta talk
about. Al, go ahead, say it, Al. Go ahead.
Hey, keep it going.
No, you know what they need to hear. You know what they need to hear.
About J Camp's mentor, Nick Cannon.
Wow.
And now he has an 8th baby by Johnny Manziel's ex-fiance.
Okay.
She basically just went all the way to the left.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this real quick before we actually go into some real news?
Man, but don't he got like two sets of twins too? So he already got 4.
He got a set of twins from a DJ. This chick with the short hair.
Yeah, you got a set of twins
with Mariah.
Yeah.
Flatback Mariah.
But hey, listen, here's what it is. We haven't heard anything about him being a bad pops, a bad.
No. If anything, he's a great pop.
They lives. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know, he like children, man. I mean, he's having fun, I guess.
Well, Bebo P, do you think it's because
maybe
he's got the illness and boo?
I'm taking a positive outlook on this, guys. Go ahead, put your kufi on, Bebo.
Do you think it's because he got the little illness, the little lupus joint?
Some people would say that it is because of the lupus situation. You know, he had some complications off and on with it, you know, from his kidneys and so forth. So that's a possibility.
So you saying they make him fertile?
Man, so fertile.
Dang, Jay can't put the kufi on.
Yeah, we're gonna have him keep the kufi.
They can't put the kufi.
Yeah, hey, but you know, some people say that it's been like some kind of psychological response from whatever that he's dealing with internally. But all I know is, you know, he's, as long as he's there in his children's lives, you know, because he has 7 children with 4 women, soon to be 8.
He got 8,
with, soon to be 8. Soon to be 8 with baby mama number 5. And I know he said he wants to have at least 10 to 12. I want to say babies total.
I mean, he's just like he is.
Yeah,
I mean, he don't like black women because ain't none of them black. But anyway, keep going.
Oh, ouch!
Oh, sorry, guys.
Does Mariah don't count? No, okay.
She did a song with ODB. She got a little hall pass. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Jay, what you thinking though, Jay? I mean, this thing, Jay, he's a calculated dude. Do you think he's basically like saying, "Hey, man, here's the Kobe contract, and here's how much you getting and all that," before he even goes in, or you think he's just reckless right now?
I think he's just kind of reckless, bro.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
You can always pull the Aubrey and do that hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? If you just
drop a bomb for Jay Kim.
You just and he's diving in without the contraceptive, man. So I mean, you know, to me,
one of these,
that Diablo, that blow your back out Baja mix.
Obviously, this is what Nick wants. So maybe he's not reckless. Let me take a step back from that. He know what he's doing. Like Nick ain't no dummy. He did not become a successful person being dumb. You know, he didn't fall into that being dumb. So he knows what he's doing, man. You know, I understand what you're saying, Bebo. Like you can make an argument.
Don't forget, Whoopi's my client too.
I got
for
you.
a similar reason,
but
for something that he said. So he hasn't made all the best.
I mean, dude. You know?
I'm not saying he makes great decisions.
The other thing they can. Do you think he's stopping at AJ? Do you think he's stopping at AJ?
Nah, I don't think he's stopping.
You think it's gonna be one more?
I think he's gonna hit that.
He gonna hit the double digits.
Not 2, not 3, not 4. Yeah, I think he's gonna hit. He's gonna get to that 10, bro. I think.
He's definitely gonna get to that.
He's gonna hit the 10.
He's gonna hit them ODB numbers.
He's gonna keep. I got 10s, but I keep them clean though.
Hey, if everybody happy, I got no problems.
I ain't got problems with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you handle your business, bro. If that's what makes you happy.
Yeah. I think if there's any caveat, and again, you know, shout out to Nick, you know, you do your thing. At the same time, if I were to say that there's another side of the coin, it's, you know, oftentimes this situation can impact other people that might look up to a Nick Cannon, and then they might think that they could do the same thing.
I know a couple niggas in the hood doing this right now.
Well, yeah, and
Bebo P always got the deacon side.
Yeah, come on, Deacon Bebo.
Let me get that.
He's looking at it like a deacon right now.
And you know, oftentimes
Jackson.
Rev.
Hold on, y'all talking about Deacon. Hold on.
Deacon Penderhue.
Hold on. Let me get my Deacon going here.
Yes,
with the clip on joint.
No, y'all. Well, y'all talking about children's being spread out in the ghettos.
Come on, Penderhue.
Sometimes the pappy ain't in the life. And that's the drawback at times, and you need to make sure, Cannon, that you ain't blasting it too often, that negatively affects the family structure. Can I get a hallelujah? Ooh,
amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hey, this is the thing too, man. You can't knock the hustle because all the women are beautiful women.
Yeah.
That's an ID buddy.
And I'm sure
that's an
iceberg buddy.
It's an ID roster, you know.
Iceberg.
We've seen this before. This ain't nothing new.
I do want to say on a serious note, you know, shout out to the I believe the son's name was Zen, that passed away from the brain disease.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I do want to give them a
my
condolences
heart
for that situation.
Yeah, that's tough.
But you know, as long as there's not an impact to negatively affect, you know, the children's lives and the family structure, because that's what oftentimes happens with people who, you know, spread their seeds here, there, everywhere, and the kids grow up, you know, hating, you know, parents or one side or the other.
Yep.
And oftentimes, you know, as I said, this could affect, you know, the community as well, for folks who might look at that and think that it's okay and they could do the same thing, which, as ID said, you know, Cats is already doing it in the hood and all that. But, you know, there's also a negative effect
right now. Yeah,
man. There's also a negative effect resource wise, you know.
Well, and that's what I want to ask the married guys. Is it fair to his first two children that now you just want to have all these random kids because you're sick? And you just want to spread your time and my resources and my inheritance to all these random people.
Well, you know what? I can't really say.
Is that unfair to my like if I Mariah Carey's kids? I'm like, hey man, what you doing, Dad?
Hey, Mariah Carey's kids is good, man.
They good,
but I'm talking about from
like,
a dad. They need their father perspective. You know what I'm saying?
They need their father.
Man.
But
I got them singing holiday songs all day long.
As long as he's handling business, it's hard for me to say unfair because. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say. I don't know how he's operating until
Nick
we get like a detailed log or something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, Nick got to live. He just can't stop living just because he had kids with Mariah. I mean, he still got to do him at some point.
I feel. And this is why we asked the family guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm over here like a single dude thinking singly. So,
I ain't trying to Dr. Phil. This man, I'm just saying.
Now, here's the thing: there are plenty of avenues where this can go sideways. So if you're thinking about it from that perspective, yes, like he is at very high risk for things to go sideways, right?
And all it takes is one more controversy that goes wrong. For that financial bag to be affected. But go ahead,
remember his bag got hurt with the same Whoopi Goldberg situation. You know what I'm saying?
But currently,
whose situation, son?
I mean, you winning off of the bull, but Whoopi
situation.
But currently, he's good.
He got that seat on that.
All we know, his kids is good. Like then, if they are, hey man. There ain't nothing we can say because we can't. There's nothing bad to point to right now, but it's high risk. It is high risk.
It is you know, we're not promoting this. We're not judging at all, whatever. But we have folks out in Utah that have their sister wives and so forth.
He said Utah,
right? I mean, places of that like, overseas as well and so forth. And it just is, as long as there's like
Spider
a structure.
Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, all of them.
Man,
we got love for you,
and Dwayne Wade for the ownership.
Yes, we got love for y'all. Now you talking about them Mormons, Brigham.
That's out there in Utah now. That's out there in Utah.
You talking about cats who's on that Brigham Young right now.
Brigham Young,
who supports that
BYU.
Yeah,
but you know what? They've got a structure in their families, regardless of whether we like it or not. Yep. They've got like a structure within their households and their communities. So as long as I'm not saying you got to go the Brigham Young, Mormon, whatever route. I'm just saying as long as you got like as long as you're in your family's life, the way that they need to be supported, and their structure to some degree, then that's what's up. But either way, shout out to you, Nick Cannon, and just and as long as y'all being safe too, as long as you're being safe out there blasting that cannon. But I digress.
Well, first of all, like I said, shout out to our new subs, man. Again, if you're watching, we got a couple people in the building. If you're watching, man, drop a comment, man. Drop something in the live. We got a question for the panel. But also, man, definitely check us out on our IG FRSHOUT show. Again, man, the more you basically like, that's free, man. Hit the like button, it's free. If you do that, man, it really helps us out with the algorithm, man. To get us
you can get this free game.
And if you want to support, man, we got, come on now. We've got the products.
We got products too. If you don't like hitting the like button, get a mug, my G.
Get a mug, get a tumbler.
Get a tumbler, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get one for this thing. You got 8 baby mamas. Go ahead and cop all 8. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's like McDonald's.
Do that. Do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking about cuffing and boo. There's a new doc with Janet Jackson. It's hitting crazy, man. All the females is loving it.
Yep.
But just want to ask you guys, man, in the doc, they say that her downfall to her music career, not her music and her singing, but this wardrobe malfunction was the reason why her music career ended. Just real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on anybody over 45 with no eggs.
Stop.
There it is. There it is.
Iceberg been going in, bro.
He been cooking.
It was. Do you think this was a downfall of her career, man? Come on, like let's be 100. Come on, J. Kim.
Man, I mean,
because this was worldwide. I mean, when she had Tittygate, man, this was real. This is when there was like this wasn't no OnlyFans time, and everybody was cool being a thought and Megan Thee Stallion.
But I feel like with anything though, this put her more. Man, I'm gonna have to be the contrarian.
Wait, Koofy time. Koofy time.
It's Koofy time. Because I feel like more people talked about her because of this than any other time in a while since like the early 90s when this happened. So I feel like this put her on the minds and the lips of more people. You know what I'm saying? On platforms like this, discussing it, where people's like, man, you know what? Let me go back and check out this old Janet real quick. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I kind of remember when she performed that. But and people can kill me if they want to. I mean, I got Teflon. I ain't like Los.
They're gonna do that Los thing.
I ain't gonna get
that Los.
Nah, you can't split me wide open. But I think Nipplegate, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what they call it.
Yeah, I don't think that was a career killer for her. I don't. Okay. I think some of the, some of that music that she was making when she was with JD, I think that's what did it. I don't think Nipplegate was.
Yeah, that JD like record was trash.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's cut to the chase. Let's look.
It was in a rented Lamborghini, by the way.
Let's look at the pen. You know what I'm saying? The pen fell off. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. To me, Nipplegate, I think that kind of was like I don't want to say a bag, but it was definitely views. I mean, if social media was a
real PR person could have flipped that.
A real PR. You don't think Janet Jackson got a good PR person? Come on, fam. I'm not saying the optics wasn't bad. I'm just saying as far as people talking about her and her name still being relevant, regardless if it's Nipplegate or not, Janet was still an icon. She's an icon still now. Icon. I ain't taking it away from her.
Right.
But then she was still Apex. You know what I'm saying? A-lister.
She was the J-Lo. She was the Beyonce before everybody.
Exactly. That's why she performed at the damn Super Bowl. You can't be you can't be a C-lister and just walk out there unless somebody's bringing you out there for like that, yo, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing a spliff star, unless you pull on the spliff star, that's the only way you're gonna come out on the Super Bowl stage. But I feel that her fall off came from her pen. I'll let
you see that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. LB, what you thinking, man?
Hey, man. Let's be clear, man.
J. Kim dropped some bars, by the way.
He dropped some bars. I think the part that's missing to the discussion currently is that there is hands down like a different like value system that is given to like women in entertainment and men in entertainment, right? And especially at this time. And honestly, what we're starting to see now in hip hop, we're starting to see some of that even out and kind of maybe even swing a little bit the other way. But in this moment, as a woman, she was treated poorly, okay? And
I agree with that.
This was sort of like the beginning of like of her kind of going down right now. Man, Jammer is all the way live with saying, listen, your pen game wasn't giving you zero assistance, though. It might even be giving you negative assistance, right? So like,
man, had to,
the way that she could have came out of this would have been, like you said, get back to some of that Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis or something. You know what I'm saying?
Have an
And if she
unbelievable
would have
pen.
came out with a smash, guess what, man? A smash like changes this.
Everybody would have
whole
forgot
thing,
about
right?
Bull. She would have been
Changes
like,
everything.
Yeah.
She would have been like Kobe. When Kobe dropped that 81,
yeah.
it changed
everybody
everything.
forgot about that whole Siemens
Exactly.
situation.
Exactly. She wasn't dropping 81. She was dropping like 2 and 3 points a night. You know what I'm saying?
It was G League.
Yeah,
She
with
went straight to
36
G League.
minutes. You know what I'm saying? How you 36 minutes in a
man.
game and only got 2 points? You know what I'm saying? And a half assist.
And no boards, no assists.
Yeah.
So bored. It's differential 30
That's-
negative 36. Though.
That's what she was doing out here, right? So by all means, this started the avalanche down, but like she might as well just put on a suit and dove into the avalanche with the music that she was making. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey! Oh!
but that's
Wow!
Nuclear.
Oh!
Man.
LB got the,
No, the Me Too movement going to call us in.
LB got the 12 gauge over
But
there.
here's the thing, man. Here's the thing.
Man.
They still did her wrong, and they still shouldn't have torpedoed her like they did.
I
right?
agree. I
Like,
agree.
and
But
so-
this thing too, the
and that's the thing
FCC
that-
fined the Super Bowl and her,
Yep.
and they stopped playing her music on
did.
most
Yeah,
major radio
Yeah, man.
radio stations and like MTV and Boo.
Yep.
Oh
did.
no, absolutely. And
She
even,
was like the Travis Scott right now.
and
They
even
tried to
your
blackball her.
boy, even
tried
your
to.
boy right here, Justin Timberlake didn't back her up. He was out there talking that trash, like he didn't know what happened. He was like distancing the hell out of himself when all of this went
He
down.
blew up and
So-
she went down.
Well,
Exactly. Timberlake was over there like, oh man, I don't know what happened, man. I don't really know what's going on.
Hey, go,
So-
go in with the Kofi, Bebo.
Okay, put your kufi
just
on.
to come,
Bebo. Let's
just
do it.
to tag in off of that, man.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna tag in on that situation here in a second, but yeah, the pin game could have definitely been stronger for Jenna on that what was it, the Demita Joe, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Demita Joe album.
Demita
You know
Joe,
what I'm
get
saying?
your ass out of here, Joe.
Name
Get
what
your ass
song.
out of here.
Name
Get
what
your
song off
ass
of
out of here.
Demita Joe. Exactly.
At the same time, I gotta
Demita
say, man,
Joe.
I gotta call this cat out, man. Sorry, but I ain't sorry. I gotta, say that an individual who was a driving force as to who basically blacklisted Janet Jackson was Les Moonves. I mean,
Yeah.
Les Moonves.
This is why you come here to fresh out, my G.
Man,
Gotta call him out.
Facts.
Not the legendary brother of Janet Jackson, Michael.
Right.
Let's
right.
get that
That
clear.
dude was
We're
killing.
not
That dude-
defaming him and disrespecting
No.
him because
Mm-mm.
we're not throwing that out there. It was in large part Les Moonves. He was over what was it, CBS
Yes.
or whatever
correct.
it was. So I mean,
And
like
CBS owned a couple of record labels at that time too.
they did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the one that ruined the career after the Super Bowl incident.
Hey, and let's be clear. She had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on the album, and she had Kanye. Remember, she had the Kanye record when
Yeah,
Kanye was the he was doing all the little goofies. This is when Kanye
Yes.
was hot. She had a
She
Kanye
had
record when he was
Kanye
the
on there.
hottest.
Well, I mean, then that leans
And
more
she had a
toward,
Scott Storch record.
that leans more toward at least in my mindset the blacklisting aspect of it. I mean, she and to go to what to tag in from Elle's point at that time, because she said this on the documentary. She said that Justin Timberlake actually reached out to her wondering if he should make a statement, and what she said was
She told him not
advised
to.
against it.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey," she was basically like, "No, Zaddy, no, because I don't want to cause any further drama."
Man, you gonna
Further drama. No, she said that. I mean, not the Zaddy part, but no, she did say that on the documentary. Because she didn't want to cause any further drama, Zaddy. And
But publicly, he wasn't doing no favors either, man.
He
Get
wasn't
him
doing
out
no
of
favors.
here.
Yeah, man.
well, I'm not saying that he was,
Jean
but
Jackson in the woods,
but she covered for Zaddy as well.
She covered for Zaddy.
She
Okay.
covered
Yeah.
as well. So it's a both situation deal. He was come on, he was the one that ripped the thing off. So I
And
mean,
I'm not
he
saying,
definitely
Bebo,
was absolutely wrong. What's
I'm
that?
not saying,
God.
bro, that it wasn't an L. I mean, she took an L from that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But you can always
Hey,
recover if you got that talent to back
gotta
you.
hit.
Hey, man,
I
but
don't
this thing-
negate that. I don't negate
this
that at all.
Demita Joe record had 22 24 songs on it. They was really trying to really get her out there.
Yeah,
bro.
But
Nigga,
think
she had a
about
song
it though.
with Rockweiler.
But okay, let's look
Man.
at this like versus. What was their order of that album looking like though? That's what I'm saying. And to me,
But
it was way too many songs, and it sounded like they was trying too hard. It sounded like the DMX album to me. That's what it felt like the DMX album that came out last year. You know what I'm saying? It was felt forced, on the people, and it didn't. I didn't feel like Janet was in her bag as far as like that passion. I mean, Janet is a performer.
Absolutely.
To me, Janet should have went
she's
on
a Jackson.
tour.
She's from Indiana. Come on, man.
She should have went on tour. That's where she makes her mark, because she is a killer performer. Killer performer.
Yes, she is.
Yep.
And they dropped their weak ass album with 24 songs.
Yeah,
I think too, man, they're trying to mix too many eras. You had the Kanye, Rockweiler, you had
and you ain't gotta do that. This is Janet. We talking about.
Right. Jimmy Lim and Terry Lewis swag, and then you trying to put all
that was more disrespectful to Janet
than
anything. I felt that was more disrespectful to Janet
right.
than people going in on her over this Nipplegate. Because we all look at Janet, we put Janet, she's upper echelon.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
She is though.
They did her no justice on that album, bro. Like
she ain't
you
going
can't
nowhere.
recover from something like that. Like we know Travis Scott can drop a banger, despite this issue he's got going on right now. We know he can still drop good music because he's got creative control.
Right.
Like to your point, Bebo, they basically stripped her, bro.
Oh, they did.
They stripped her of everything. They said, "Nah, we gonna do this."
No pun intended on the strip.
So basically, long story short, if you watch it, it wasn't Nipplegate. It was the record Demeter joke. Learn this is why you come to Fresh Out, so you understand the game. They're not talking about that week out that was recorded in Atlanta at the time. Trash.
Nah, you can recover over soccer moms complaining they seen your titty. I mean, you can recover over that.
Hey, to Bebo's point though, man, Les Moonves was moving heaven and earth to make sure she didn't get no traction though. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fresh Out.
These things, I think they have to go together. You know what I'm saying? I don't think one just stops you, but both of them together ends up like taking you down. So it wasn't just the whole Nipplegate thing. It was the combination of all of that together.
Right.
And before you can have this, you know what I'm saying? So
she had to die so Beyonce could live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All day.
Hey, well, first of all, man, we gotta go in, man. Like this thing, we gotta end it. We ending this tonight. Tonight. No more conversations on the internet at all. We're ending it tonight.
Don't need to. Yep.
E40, our guy. E40 said that Busta Rhymes would eat Eminem in a versus battle.
Okay.
Let's give it about 10 minutes, man. Like, do you agree with E40, our guy?
Hell yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
Yes.
With the guy E40. Come on, man.
This might not even need 10 minutes, my guy. This is
bro. This is like
10 seconds.
Y'all don't give Eminem no shot.
Undisputed. Hell no. This is a Mike Tyson first round.
Buster Douglas.
He ain't Buster Douglas, but
bro. Like, and come on, and let's be clear, L. We all respect M. M is like his pen is dumb.
Rochester Hills.
M, like we Eminem fans. Like it ain't got nothing to do with Eminem.
Yeah,
Busta been around since '92, fam. Like,
bro, that scenario verse by itself with like, what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it?
Has a laundry list of hits.
Eminem's list is much
when you got juice with B4L. This man got a verse on that Laffy Taffy that would destroy 95% of the industry.
Bro, he got the song with Janet Jackson. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when?
That's
when
Janet was hot.
Like what? Yeah. What are you gonna do? What you gonna play? I'm sorry. I love him, but you
can't turn to be Rabbit.
And let's be clear, most of Eminem's bull is about 80 to 75 BPM. Man, he ain't got nothing in the 90s, bro.
Nope, not much.
Not no party records, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that Superman at no verses.
And you couple that with the energy, that too, because that's vital on a versus stage and platform.
But Busta can go feature, even though M got a lot of features too. I mean, I don't want to disrespect him. He got money features,
but compared to Bus,
oh yeah,
man,
yeah. Dude, it's not fair. That's not a fair.
Nah, man.
Man. I mean, even if you put Eminem up against Missy Elliott, bro, that's not a fair fight.
It's a Lamborghini against a Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? It's two different situations.
Yeah,
it's two different situations, and that's not no disrespect to Eminem at all. We talking about Busta, who just got.
Busta's one of the greatest, man.
He's one of the greatest. Like
one of the greatest.
When you start to really break down somebody's career and catalog,
and
you get to Busta.
Yeah,
and
he separates himself from 99.9% of other artists.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said 0.9 is because maybe if you don't throw somebody like LL in there, we talking about like career,
career,
accomplishment, achievements.
His bag is just different, dog. His bag is
different. His
bag's different, and he's really like, you ask across the board. It's been said for years. Busta Bus is literally one of the best stage performers
ever
in hip hop.
Ever.
People ain't saying that about him like that.
He don't
they
need
say that
Star.
as far as Busta Bus as being like top.
Too.
They used to mention Bus. They used to mention DMX. They, those folks. I'm sure there's others. But
that's what's crazy.
There's a reason why he was on like every Tribe album.
But the thing, let's be clear. Let's be clear. They have to do this in a neutral. If they did it, they have to do it in a neutral city. Because if they do it in New York,
it's over.
Eminem might get ran back to the bus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
and that's the thing, man. When you talk about somebody like Busta, right, being like one of the best performers ever, right? Okay, he's already got that notch in his belt, and then you get to like depth of catalog.
There you go.
Like, he goes back to the 90s with people like Fat Joe and Jay-Z, right?
Tribe Called Quest,
Tribe Called Quest, right? So he goes. He's got joints all the way back to then, except he's also considered the greatest performer out of all of those guys that have the longevity that he has. Right?
He got joints with.
You got to get on stage.
Yep.
I mean,
he was
too
really
difficult, man. It's just too difficult.
It is too difficult. And back then, he was, if not the most sought out person to serve as a feature, one of the top.
Absolutely. And you had to put him last.
Further expands the catalog in addition to his albums and singles.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Eminem,
it's not fair, bro.
We love you
because Busta got features that would murder. He don't even have to get into his bag. He can just go features.
He can. He
can obliterate most guys.
That would be wild. So wild. But
so long story short, this is like not even an issue, man. We done this tonight.
Oh, yeah.
E40 said what every hip hop head knows.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on.
If you felt any differently, you probably not a hip hop head. You might want to go reevaluate.
Yeah, let's
you might just be an Eminem stan, and like I said, we love Eminem, but
love Eminem, man. I mean, you love Eminem. Come on now.
This is a knife to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta talk about LB's guy, man. Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying?
Joey.
Talk about Joe Rogan. First of all, if you're not subscribed to us on Spotify,
go
ahead and do that.
Go
ahead and get us busy, you know what I'm saying?
Iceberg. Who was the first podcast to put their videos up there?
First of all, let's be clear. Fresh Out was the first music podcast with video podcast on the platform. Let's be trill.
I didn't hear the name.
before Joe Buttons and all that little crap, Ice and Ish and all that bull, and Rory and Allen, all them dudes, and $1 Million
Academics. Yep.
Dude, so at the end of the day, hit us up on the Spotify, and we love you, Spotify. We not dissing at
slipping,
but we got to talk about the Joe Rogan situation, man. They're losing a lot of artists right now. They're losing a lot of bread on their stocks because of Joe Rogan having a few doctors on talking about the and he was just interviewing them, but obviously they had an agenda when they got onto the show, and people basically assumed that Spotify was basically spreading misinformation on purpose. Because of this initial reaction, people started, saying, hey, I'm going to take my music off the platform. I'm going to do this. I'm going to remove my subscription. But don't do that because we're on there. But LB, what's your thoughts on this, man? Because you are the pod father. So we got to go to the source.
Kiss the ring of the pod
Kiss
father.
the ring first. And let us know what's going down from your point of view.
Give you this koofy real quick so you can go
all the way in. You got the inside scoop.
Hey, listen, man. First, one of the first things we have to recognize, man, is that that Joe Rogan is more popular than all of Fox News. Like,
absolutely,
he gets more ratings than all of Fox News, and I think at least a couple of other news organizations.
All of them.
Him by himself. You know what I'm saying? By himself. Okay,
that's crazy, dog.
One of the things that you have to just recognize is just the popularity of this particular individual. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't necessarily understand well, what is this about? You know what I'm saying? And if you can't really wrap your mind around it, think about Howard Stern at his prime or something like that, right?
That's a great comparison.
This is where this guy is at. So I'm delivering that just to give you some context on his reach and how many people he touches and different things like that. So now let's get to Spotify. He's on Spotify exclusive. I think his podcast still hit YouTube maybe a week after the fact or something like that. And it was old dude. He was the first one to pull his music or whatever. And I'll think of his name at some moment. But as that started to happen, they had to reevaluate, right? Spotify had to reevaluate their situation and say, okay, what is going on here, right? Now, I think that this would be less of a controversy had he not been a Spotify exclusive, right?
Right. Now, it would just be about his show and not them.
There you go. If Joe Rogan was just having his own show, it was just distributed on the RSS, just like we do or whatever, and he was just out there, I don't think that we would be having this conversation right now.
That was Neil Young, by the way.
Neil Young, yeah. Neil Young was the first one to say it.
Get your old farty ass out of here.
And Joni Mitchell.
Yeah,
get your old ass out of here.
Followed, and there was 2 or 3 others that followed as well, right? So I think the thing is that I've looked at a few Joe Rogan podcasts. I've read about them and different things like this. This guy is no angel or whatever. He claims to try to get to the truth. I'm not gonna go back and forth about whether he accomplishes that goal or not, right? I just think that more of it is about he had a few people on and they were talking and having conversations. I think it is literally just saying hey, regardless of how you deliver this conversation in the moment, there are things that you can recognize and see after the fact where Spotify could be more proactive about identifying some of those differences, and I think I don't have a problem with that, right? Because there's one thing to say that, oh, this show was live and I was just asking questions. That's fair. I'm okay with that, right? But at some point, your show's no longer live. It's now recorded. It's now out there. You can now take steps to do things about the information that's there. We do that exact same thing right here on this podcast, right? Yep. We have a live show. We talk all this stuff. But then when we do the edits, we go in there and maybe it's a week later, maybe it's 2 weeks later, you get some more information, some more insight. Some people correct us and we try to correct ourselves and things like that. I just think I think he just was missing that last little piece, and Spotify was missing that last little piece to say like, hey, okay, once it's out here in the ether, okay, now let's say, hey man, just if you were listening to this and you didn't notice that, he didn't fact check any of this stuff, just make sure you go do your research and just drop a little link down at the bottom or whatever, the RSS feed, and you solve this whole problem. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, Joe Rogan's nothing to write home about, man. You better off checking Fresh Out anyway. You know what I'm saying? he got a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we got more, we got better. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff that he's delivering, he does navigate in the gray. You know what I'm saying? And that's the spot where he's at. Should they stock fall or not? I don't know. I don't really care. Here's the thing. Spotify has hundreds of millions of dollars invested in him. They're going to protect Joe Rogan. Okay.
100%.
They make more money off of Joe Rogan than they make off of playing Neil Young's music or Joni Mitchell's music.
They don't care about Neil Young.
Matter of fact, music is a loss leader for them. They lose music. The more music you play, they lose more money.
Well, let's be clear. Like J Camp said, if they have a good PR situation, they can flip this into more money in the long run.
Yeah. But they this is how they making money. This is why they went head first into podcasting, because they ain't making money streaming musicians' music. They just not making money doing that. If you look at their financial records, you go back into their quarterly profits and all of that stuff, they're consistently losing money year after year after year. They're not making money. They're just hoping that at some point they scale big enough and find another place of revenue that they'll be good. So Spotify doesn't make any money. Let's be very clear. If it's just streaming people's music right now, they're not making money. They're actually making money off of podcasts. Hey, we'll take some of that money. You can put us on the podcast. We'll get the numbers up and we'll
put
get
us on the books.
More of that cash. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making the money off of this music. So I could, they sticking with Joe, man. They sticking with him because they paid him.
What you thinking, man? Put the kufi on, man.
Let me get that back from you, L, real quick. Right there.
First of all, let's be clear. Podfather basically broke everything.
Man, really Podfather killed.
He broke it down.
Just murked it.
Destroyed it.
And now you're gonna give it to me to follow.
Right.
This is why you come to Fresh Out, so you understand the game and you can go to work the next day and act like you know what's going on.
Whoopi's got it, He's gonna get into the analysis. I'm just giving you context. He's got.
We can move on to the next subject.
And shout out to our sub North Carolina, holding down. Listen to us in the background at the work spot, man. Get that money, man.
Yeah,
shout out to the South.
Yeah. Appreciate you, North Carolina.
Get your bread.
No doubt.
Shout out to the South. No, I mean, again, as Iceberg and J Camp, communicated, L, the Podfather. See, this is why he's the Podfather. This is why he presents an offer that y'all can't refuse, because he just iced y'all with so much heavy commentary that it's really hard to follow that up.
Heavy.
He put the red and the blue out there.
He really did.
Like, which one do you choose?
And he gave y'all that horse head under the bed sheets and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Joe Rogan is smashing the mainstream industry. These mainstream news outlets.
He's a juggernaut.
Not just Fox News.
Yeah.
He's smashing CNN. He's smashing Fox News. He's smashing MSNBC. All the above. As a podcaster.
A lot of power.
Yes.
A podcaster. And those of us who have heard him, we have our thoughts about him, but regardless of what, he's giving people a platform to express free thought, not just status quo, mainstream news rhetoric in regards to the, so, and one of those individuals was somebody who was credited to, inventing or creating the mRNA situation for the VA to the. So I mean, he'll have mainstream status quo folks on there, but then he'll also have folks from this other side who might be labeled conspiracy theorists.
And this is why people listen to Joe in the first place.
All my alien guys, you know what I'm saying? All the Jeremy Corvalles.
He gonna storm Area 51.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Guys.
Bob Lazar, he's done had all them cats on, man. Shout out to all them dudes, man. They keep me entertained, man.
But no,
long story short, B-Bo, man, is this bull? You know what I'm saying?
Is it bull?
Do you think this is like, you know, can they fix this situation? Long story short, is this fixable?
In what way though? Because like El said, you know, Joe Rogan's the cash cow. So I mean, ultimately, what's there to fix if he's really like topping all of the mainstream news outlets as a podcaster? Facts. You know, and really, I think this is just a ploy to try to dethrone his slot. You know, hey, let's see.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Neil Young and India Arie conspire together to say, hey, you know, it's not like they personally know each other. So there's some type of ploy going on, I think, in order to try to dethrone him because
they trying to get him out the paint. Shout out, man. And I don't think that's real. They trying to get him out the paint. Real talk.
Yeah, they're trying, but I don't think it's going to work. And even if they somehow did, which I don't think will happen, but even if they did, can you just imagine the backlash?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be huge.
It's real simple for Spotify. All they got to do
is
throw that little discllaimer out there and say the thoughts and opinions of this podcast is not of Spotify, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking Joe. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Joe straddles, you know, that line of gray. But as you said, Bebo, he at least brings people on the show and allows them to speak freely of things that they truly believe in. And Joe ain't the type of dude say, "Oh man, I believe you," because he be questioning a lot of stuff to be on there.
He does.
He questions a lot of stuff.
I think that's some of the problem though, is because he questions people so much about the facts that they state, is that sometimes when these guys get on here and just say some old like, hey man, like dust mites can turn into aliens, and if he don't question that guy when he says that, then you like, hey man, Rogan, like what are you doing? Like you can't do that because you're so used to sort of questioning these guys a little bit more. You know,
and that's the thing right there. Again, free thought is being allowed to be expressed. And when you look at these mainstream news outlets, regardless of which way you lean, it's a certain thing it's a certain narrative that has to be said.
Yeah.
In order to kowtow to these
exactly, you know, because they got the same individual on there who has to kowtow to that specific base.
Exactly. So when you have somebody that's just saying, hey, look, speak your piece, basically, and again, regardless of whatever we think about him, and he's superseding the left, the right, whatever side.
Right.
That's a problem for the status quo.
Yep. He has had some great Mike Tyson and Dave Chappelle interviews though, man. So I mean, some of his interviews that he be having like with some cast that we kind of F with like that.
Yeah.
Some of them be pretty good though, man. He lets them loose, you know what I'm saying? Like you can blaze and stuff on his show too. So you know they be rolling up and everything on there.
He's to Elon Musk and
man got Elon Musk on there. He blazed with Elon. I was like, you okay? You know, so he gets people comfortable, almost like Nori. He's like
there you go.
Hey, shout out to Drink Champs. Shout out to our guys.
Shout out to Drink Champs. We mess with Drink Champs. We mess with them too. We mess with Drink Champs. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of blazing, man, we gotta talk about man, Chris, man.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gotta talk about the Chris Breeze.
The Segway King.
First of all, Jay Camp just talked about VA being off the chain, and what's up with these R&B singers with the aggression and bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
There's one of them from L. Yikes.
So Jay Camp, man, you know you went in last time, man, on Trey Songz, man.
Yeah, man.
First of all, this situation, man, is a typical situation, man. You in Miami, you on the yacht, shorty's feeling you. You go to, you know, a location, you do your thing, and then you leave, and she's like, "Yo, you didn't get, you know, you ain't take me to dinner. Nah, we ain't going to Prime 21. Nope, we ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can take half his money. You know what I'm saying? Like I can just say he did this. So it's a civil, it's not a criminal suit. You go for $20 million. You know, you trying to get a 100,000, 50,000, and a Happy Meal, or that Krystal's meal. I mean, and like I said, we're not just going with the men. We just got to understand the game. Sometimes, like I said, when cats need a bag, they're gonna say whatever. But this dude also has a record too, so we can't just say this dude squeaky clean
exactly.
either.
Nah.
So Jay Kemp, man, what's your thoughts, man, on this situation, and or what can cats do to not get in these situations, man? Because it sounds like these dudes are reckless out here, man. It's wild.
Keep your job, Camp.
You set this up.
Keep your job, bro.
You set this up beautifully, my brother. I mean, you basically said it in so many words, man. It's like this dude got a track record, so it's hard for me to ride for him. But ladies, don't get mad. But I'm about to ride for him. It's got it's got the signs just.
Hey,
if I was a Riddler, and if I'm just throwing the signs out there for y'all to get the clue,
the J Camp Nigma,
right? The Edward Nigma. This one smells bad. First of all, Iceberg just said it's a civil suit, so it's not even a criminal suit. Shorty trying to get the bag. Come on, and where's your proof? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got receipts, it is what it is. But again, we know Chris Brown is not the model citizen for how to treat a woman.
If she had proof, she'd be on Tasha K right now.
She'd be on Tasha K right now. And what can cats do to avoid these situations? Stop effing with Diddy, man. Every time a dude go to a Diddy party or something happens.
I thought he was gonna say just stay up in Indianapolis with BOP.
What? Stop!
Oh my God! Drop a bomb. This is why you fresh out.
Drop the bomb. I'm
still salty. I'm still salty.
Man,
with
this
Diddy,
is the thing. That's
man.
the best advice ever.
I'm still salty with Diddy for trying to hem my man Conway, the machine, up.
Yeah,
in that damn whirlpool
in the hot tub,
wherever they was at, man. Next thing I know, Conway had the little skirt on. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to because Conway, one of my favorite rappers. So I'm not dissing Conway for that. I'm dissing Diddy. Like, you cannot sweep one of the cats who I admire on the mic. Pause. Let me say that. Pause. You can't be doing that, Diddy, man. No, you can't. Conway is young in his career, bro. You can't. Stay away from that man, and stay in Brown. Stay away from Diddy. Do not, man. You went in that yacht, and Diddy probably locked the door when he walked in there.
Gotcha, man.
Exactly, Norca. Yo, bro, better watch out for Tasha K, fam. Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, she had one of his Dottie Yaddy Yaddies on there the other day.
Absolutely. I'm gonna pass the Koofy over to L though. I know he got it right now.
Hold on, I got you, son. I got you.
Pass
right there. That Koofy.
And like, and this thing, just like North Carolina said, you're supposed to be making smarter moves, man. Where is the Derek Jeter master class on? Excuse me.
Why you chilling with a random thought, bro?
Yeah, where's the Derek Jeter master class on this joint? Where you sign the clause before we even mess with you, before you even get on the party bus? Give me your cell phone and sign this DBA.
And also North Carolina, where's Chris Brown's people? Like, where is his homies at to check this chick at the door and to check him too to make sure everything is smooth? Because your homies should be there to make sure that you in a good spot, man.
Hey, man, North Carolina going in, man. When Diddy called the baby a beautiful, handsome chocolate man.
Yo, see, North Carolina knows what's up. North Carolina knows Diddy is a problem.
Look. I think I need something in this right now based on that North Carolina statement.
Y'all heard it from Jay Kemp, man. The best advice you can do as a young man in Miami is not to go to Diddy. Don't go to the parties, man.
Don't do it.
LB go in, man.
Not do it. No, just man. Chris Brown has to move better than this, man. But I'm with Jay Kemp, man. Like, this is a very stinky lawsuit. Like when you sniff around it, you be like, this don't seem all the way right? Because you went straight to the civil lawsuit. We ain't hear nothing about the criminality of it, right? Now, hey, I fully believe in my women and what they say. And
we love our women.
Out there,
love black women,
you know
everybody.
And listen, we do believe you if that is the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, what some people might say, not necessarily saying FRSHOUT would say this, but some people might say, if you're not going for the criminal case, you're going straight to the civil case, there's something that's suspect out there, right? Now, I don't know. I can't say Chris Brown is not a model citizen by any means. You know
by
what I'm
any
saying?
means.
And
he's not on nobody's poster.
It's a very good chance that, like Camp said, she come with the receipts. Then we all
different.
Good. It's all different. But right now, when you're just looking at a civil lawsuit and you're talking about 20 million, blah, blah,
come
like,
on, man.
It seems like your motive is in one place and not somewhere else. Now,
that's us.
There's a chance. There's a chance that for whatever reason you thought this was the best way to gain healing from your situation, right? And so that's why you did it. But I will just say that if that is your space, like, oh, I want to get healing through a civil amount of money of $20 million, you just need to know that gaining healing from $20 million civil lawsuits is going to look suspect. That's all we need to know. That's going to be extra out there. Sus. We can't say one way or the other, but what we can say is kind of like we talked about with Trey Songz. Hey man, there's a lot of smoke around the house. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that this is bad. It's just a lot of smoke around this lawsuit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a 5.
Yeah,
it's a lot of smoke.
It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke. So
what's the last word on this real quick?
Out, man, the truth needs to come out.
Go ahead, Bebo.
I mean, you brothers did a great job on that commentary as well. Like L said, there's no way to confirm whether or not this allegation from
it's alleged. Let's be clear there.
Right, it's alleged.
We ain't trying to go to court.
Technically, there's no way. Technically,
we ain't trying to hit that Tasha K.
Man,
Tasha K, pass it,
man. But yeah, there's no way to technically tell us to whether or not this female IG model is factual or not. At least not at this time. But this does come off like one of too many opportunistic allegations thrown out there against successful Black males in entertainment and really just in general. Now let me cook. Just let me get ready to. I don't know if I'm going to say cook, but just on the flip side, because we got to call it down the middle. Chris has exhibited anger issues in relation to
very much so
incidents with women, right? Incidents with women and so forth. Females such as he pulled the strap on shorty in his crib about 6 years ago. And we obviously know about the most notable incident with this then ex Rihanna.
She was on that Becky. On that Becky real heavy.
Hey, listen, if she would have sued for getting hit, I would have believed it.
Right. Well, but right. But and he admitted to that, to the Rihanna situation. So and whatnot, and that he has been diagnosed with the bipolar and the PTSD as well. So that's a fact as well. So I mean, nonetheless, though. That Rihanna situation, let's be frank, that opened the floodgates for any female that he encounters to press charges against or sue the man for some type of change. So now, but again, we don't know the facts about the specific allegation here in the beginning of 22, but it is a time bomb waiting to start ticking. Now, let me end off here.
Smoke is there.
Let me, the smoke is there. But let me say this too, because this is vital. I think if I were a betting man, and I'm not, then I'd say that this is cap. I'd say that this is cap right here, all this. And why do I say that? I say that it's cap because there's court documents out there showing that the IG model that's doing that accusing, she willingly visited Chris Brown while he was recording music in the studio 2 separate times. Court documents stating this. This is after the alleged yacht incident.
Hughes killing.
This is after the yacht incident. After court documents state this, not fresh out. So nonetheless, we'll see how things transpire as the situation continues to unfold. But this is why you come to this platform, ladies and gentlemen.
You're over in your Cam Newton iceberg.
It's cap, baby. I gotta put the cap on, baby. The cap, dog. Yeah.
Bring that Dick Tracy out, boy. I see you, boy.
Dick Tracy on, nigga.
Oh boy, but no. Man, you fellas were so spot on, man. You got to keep your circle tight, and if you're not around people that's going to hold you accountable, you know, to help prevent you, even though you're your own man first and foremost.
Yeah,
so you need to be responsible first and foremost.
But your homies still gotta be there, man. When you
but if you gotta have
$1 million
that right
man
circle.
like that.
What's that, J Camp?
I said when you making millions like that, I said you know what I'm saying, you gotta make sure your circle is smooth and they taking care of you, man. Because you know he's feeding a lot of families. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
So
shout out to my man Young Low. He's with their crew. You know what I'm saying. So he's taking care of everybody.
Shout out.
But long story short, man, we'll see what's going on. But the biggest thing, man, is stay away from Diddy.
Stay away from Diddy, man. Stay away from Diddy. If Diddy asks you to do anything, the answer
don't do it.
Just,
I mean, dude, he
tried to punch straight. Come on now.
Didn't J. Cole hurt his wrist or something?
No, Cole swung on him.
Cole swung on him. So I mean, come on, man, he's making J. Cole swing on him, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, J. Cole swinging on you? It's wild.
Frank Ocean,
we're gonna end this tonight,
Ocean
man. We're gonna end this J. Cole joint tonight too, man. This whole I'm the best rapper bull. Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Get in your bag, man. Get in your bag.
Real quick, man. You know, we got to do flowers, man. We've been in here for 120.
Yeah.
3 rappers, man, better than, and this should be a round table situation. It don't have to be everybody with 3, but what I mean, he's saying he's the best, but come on, man. I can name 3 right now. That's better than Cole right now.
Give us your 3, Iceberg.
Yeah. Let's start with Iceberg.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Ahead,
I mean, like right now, I mean, of course I'm gonna say Nas. I mean, come on, let's start. Let's start with the big dogs. I mean, we can say Busta, but I can go low and go Conway right now. Conway rapping circles around this dude right now.
Circles?
Let's start playing. Dude, his last 4 albums were pretty much like hot dog water. Hot dog water.
I'm gonna tell you. I've seen both cats live, and
now don't get me wrong. That
destroyed, bro. Destroyed.
No, is J. Cole dope? Yes, but let's not say you the best, my G.
Absolutely.
And you're not even on your own record, on your own song.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear.
Conway ain't doing circles though, bro. I don't know about circles, man. You might say he beat him, but circles.
Now I will say though,
I'm fighting for my man Cole right now. I'm fighting.
No. Because I mean, I'll be the first to give Cole his flowers. And first of all,
but this thing, let's be clear. This is hip hop. You can't say you the best, man, and just be over here playing with that, man.
I feel you. I'm with you on that.
People gonna come at your neck on that. Like real fans gonna come at your neck on that. Yeah. And I like Cole's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He give us something to talk about.
I love
you know what I'm saying? And Cole is dope. First of all, it's not like it's a stretch to say that he is top 5. I mean, you know, he's in my top 5 at least right now. He cemented that on that joint he did with Benny. But is he the best rapper alive today? Nah, bro. I mean,
hey, let's be clear. The record is serious. The record is we wouldn't be
Cole.
talking about this if the record was trash.
Cole blazed that, dog. Like that's why I want to go ahead and give my flowers to Cole now, because Cole blazed that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a type of dude. I like to judge cats too by their stage presence. And I've seen Cole live. Cole killed it. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I've seen some dudes just blaze on that mic. Jada's another one. I mean, I would put Jada above Cole right now. You know what I'm saying? I would go Nas, Jada, and Busta, like are 3 dudes that I can say right now that I feel are better than Cole. Like if I put them head to head, like
drop bar.
Need y'all to go at it. I felt Jada cemented his status at that verses where he just went ape. You know what I'm saying? He went ape, stole all the bananas. If there was a banana on any tree, Jada stole all that, man.
He went Donkey Kong on it.
He went Donkey Kong on it.
First of all, if you just come in on the live, man, we talking about J. Cole saying he's the best rapper alive. Do y'all agree, man? Come
let us know
live and let's talk, man.
Let us know.
And we J. Cole fans, man. First of all, we all J. Cole fans. J. Cole.
And number one, we not. First of all, shout out to North Carolina on the live. We not disrespecting North Carolina at all. You know what I mean?
Never.
It's tough talk, man. But it's OG tough talk, man. But you know,
plus
J. Cole said he
from,
was the best
North Carolina.
on the Benny record.
One of my favorite rappers too. From North Carolina.
Bebo, man, what you thinking on this though?
Man, he definitely ain't no top 3, even today. I mean, if you ask me who, shoot, man, I could say Black Thought, I could say Nas,
absolutely.
AZ, I could say Razkaz, I could say
Razkaz.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I could put
Kaz is killing.
Lyrically,
Kaz is killing, man.
Come on, man.
Kaz is
He ain't getting
killing.
Razkaz. Ain't no way he getting Razkaz.
Lil Wayne say listen to that Kaz and Apollo Brown album.
Yeah,
because Kaz is on there going in. But go ahead.
Yep.
I mean, is anybody gonna say that
Royce
Kendrick's
the
better than Cole?
I will
say that again.
Is anybody gonna say Kendrick's better than Cole?
I will. I have
we know that Kendrick's better than Cole. We just
I have no problem
it's
saying
been so
K-Dot
long since we had some Kendrick.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of like Kendrick
Dick
played
Cheney was in
last
office when this nigga dropped the album.
Damn, ID.
With that shotgun.
But yeah, man, we need some content from Kendrick. Like of course
we
get these little verses here and there, man, and that's nice. But yeah, man, it's hard to really talk about Kendrick when he's kind of been out of consciousness for a while. Whereas Cole,
the fact that we can still talk about Cole and put him in a class. Not to say he's top 5.
He's dope.
We're not saying he's top 5.
But he's dope.
But we can put him in a class to say, I mean, the fact that he buried Benny don't get ate too much on tracks, bro. And Cole burned him. You know what I'm saying? Burned him. Let's be clear.
And Benny's been cooking, man. He's my favorite on
absolutely North Carolina. Kendrick is Kendrick
is, man. Real talk.
K-Dot that dude, man.
But but I love Benny too. Hey, no, man. Listen, this is from a bona fide Cole fan, man. I think I got a tour T-shirt around here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a legit fan. You know what I'm saying? Even when he's bad, he's bad. And yeah, there's easily 3 rappers better than Cole. Even right now, I think he's been cooking. I think he's been cooking harder than most people think. Just think because he still is in that generation where he gets judged on
that middle child.
He gets judged on albums still, and not necessarily on like the 3 hit songs that you came out in 1 year with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like how some of
his last couple albums weren't as stellar as they should have.
No, but we do got to give this dude his flowers though, because he is putting out solo project.
He still holds down
just him.
our generation of rap.
Shout out to
no
Cole.
features.
Yeah,
no features. So
no features, right?
Yeah, but on these albums, man, these albums have been like pretty damn good. They just haven't been just like. They haven't been just like out of the park though. You know what I'm saying?
Damn fire.
And so,
fire.
And I think that's what, because we saw that on what was it, the Forest Hill Drive album? I think was
2014 Forest Hill Drive. I mean, that album was that was probably one of the most classic hip hop albums from this generation.
Right. And so, because we've seen a classic from him, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that classic from him. We were hoping to catch 1 or 2 more, and we haven't just yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with that. Because he's still been giving us really good music though, man. Really good music. Even if it ain't been in the classic space. So
that lets you know how much we respect Cole too. You know what I'm saying? We judging him on what we know he can be. Like that 2014 album, you know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
Drive. That was crazy.
We
wanted more of that. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think that album basically like shot him up and he came back down to earth and he ain't been rocking with no real crazy records since then? Do you think that record
that
just
was probably
blew him out?
his last best album that he came out with?
Even though I did like KOD, I mean, I know a lot.
But here's the thing.
But I like that.
Here's what I would say is that like I think he made that as a conscious choice. He made a conscious choice to go in the direction that he's going in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
I don't think it was accidental to sort of move away from that Forest Hill Drive kind of space. I think he's intentionally in the space that he's in. I just think that sometimes when you intentionally go in a direction, sometimes when it moves you away from the spot where people loved you the most, then you just get people that go, it's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Because they've heard that sort of center apex space. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when people talk about LeBron now, like, LeBron's doing all right, because you saw LeBron when he was winning 3 or 4 championships. Is LeBron still like
dumb?
Right? Yeah.
Is LeBron still out of this world? Absolutely. But is what he's delivering us right now the same as, like you said, 2013? Not at all. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that it's necessarily like it's like you bad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you just in this different space. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is for Cole. And I'm okay with that, especially as a Cole fan. Like I kind of want that a little bit, to kind of move away from that center a bunch. So.
Well, North Carolina is saying that I hope his statement basically makes rappers get active and compete again, which I'm all for that.
I hope. I'm all for that. That's why I like him doing what he did. I love him saying, by him saying he's the best, it's gonna make cats sharpen their pen game up. And I feel like he made a statement by burning Benny's ass on that joint. Like I ain't never seen Benny get burnt like that. So I feel like,
and I shout out to Nas, because he's the one that's been in his bag. That might have been the one that inspired J. Cole, because J. Cole really looks up to a Nas. I'm not saying this is for sure.
Well, he did write that letter. He did have that joint out that was like, what was that song? He had like a letter to Nas or whatever.
I let Nas down. But this is the thing. He let him down with doing goofy little records like Poke It Out, Stick It Out. Nobody care about that verse, man.
Hey, I was rocking with that joint.
Look, me and L must be the simp. Me and L must be the simp.
Well, this thing, don't get me wrong. It's cool to do a little flow like that. Man. But it ain't cool to do that when you dropping little dog poop records. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree though. You're right. It's not cool when you're dropping those dog poop records. But at the same time, on a verse as good as Cole's was on this. What was it? What was it called? Johnny's whatever song.
I can't think of the name of the joint.
Johnny something with
Johnny something. Yeah, you right.
Yeah. And shout out. What didn't the Alchemist?
Johnny P's Cadillac.
Yeah, the Alchemist produced that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alchemist too, man.
But still, like, it's dope. It is dope, and I do agree to put that out there to attempt to reinvigorate, cats to really step up their game and to really get.
I agree with North Carolina.
And he put that on a verse where he would appear. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else would respect. So the fact that he said that on a joint with Benny, you know what I'm saying? that's big balls right there.
But this thing, let's be clear. Hey, stuff like this back in the 90s or early 2000s. That's what we expected. Cannabis, like it almost ruined Cannabis' career saying some bull like this.
Yeah, man.
This is when LL got into the bag, redid the whole verse and took the mic over his arm.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it's a different time. We like that because let's be honest. There's only maybe 12 guys that can come for him right now. No,
fact.
Legitimately.
Fact.
Maybe it's probably, it might even be less than 10. Might even be less than 10. I don't know.
And it is just like North Carolina was saying. It is just like that control verse where it basically sparks. It's going to spark some cats. The dudes who really want to rap, like LB said, the dudes who really want to rap is going to base them, get them bars up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you an MC, you talking about you got that thing for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Step your game up because Cole said he got it for you.
Oh yeah.
No, but shout out to Cole, man. Shout out to J. Cole, man. And shout out to Benny. Y'all both did y'all thing on that song.
Absolutely.
Johnny P's Caddy. Hey, it was dope to hear.
Love it.
I mean, technically, J. Cole, come on, bro. But like just from the depth of it, if you will, it is good to put that to start the conversation, and not only start the conversation, start to get people, hopefully get people back in the lab with their pen game right. So shout out to you for
and also making good albums and not just being like. And what LB said the last episode really got to me, and I was like, damn, there really is dudes making TikTok songs, like making a minute song, and I was like, damn, LB, like.
That's how you get on.
Perspective, man. That's crazy, dog.
That's how you get on. But that's the only way they see it. Like you gotta look at these kids, and you look at the kids and look at what they doing. They on TikTok, man. They ain't trying to. They ain't even on YouTube. Sometimes they like I look at YouTube in a little bit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they heavy on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And so if for you and everybody that the most popular people or the people that you see on this particular platform, when you get ready to say, you know what, I want to do some music, where are you gonna go to? You're not gonna go to a platform that you believe ain't it. You're gonna go to the platform that you think can get you where you need to go, and then you're gonna make it so that it fits the platform that you're giving it to. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's no different than Motown saying, hey, we got to make 3-minute and 30-second songs because that's what the radio is gonna play anyway, and they're gonna cut you off.
Studio 54 records that were like 7 minutes, 8 minutes long to the 3:30.
To the 3:30, they went to that because they knew the radio was only going to play a song that was 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and after that, they was going to fade into another record anyway. So they made that record to fit radio, and that's just what these kids are doing now. They making their radio is TikTok, so they making their record to fit TikTok. There's always going to be a class of people that are making music to fit the medium that they have to deliver it to. You know what I'm saying? And so that's that's what a lot of people are doing. You know.
And I do got to say that Carolina kind of hit me in the chest when he said ill body cannabis. Man, I was such a cannabis fan.
Hey,
and you were a cannabis fan.
Hey,
and then when I heard that LL verse, I was like, it's over.
Yeah,
like it's over. It's a done deal.
Jay Electronica, man, he hurt me too, man. He can do so much, man. But Jay-Z had to give him that Stimmy Package album, man. Like,
and Jay-Z put that work in on that album.
He did put the work
in.
Like
when the last time we heard Jay-Z bars like the ones he put on that Jay Electronica album,
that retrospective verses.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Jay, how you gonna come hard on this man's album? You know what I'm saying? But we asked you to come hard before. You was over on that. I'm a billionaire. Come on, man.
I got 2 B's, man. Yeah, man. Shut up.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Sorry, it's tough, man.
I heard them like Los tonight, man.
Oh man, I knew I was gonna hear that name. I did.
Shout out to
y'all need to stop. I'll say it for you.
Hey, flyers of the week. We start with J Kemp last week, man. LB going first on this one.
Hey, man.
First of all, the last hip hop flowers was classic, by the way.
Nah, it was. Yeah,
for sure.
Facts, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going back to Oakland, but I'm going with my people, Digital Underground, man, and Shock G. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to Shock G, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in power, brother.
Man. Rest in power, brother. But Digital Underground, man. What was dope about Digital Underground was they were doing fun music at a point in time when a lot of fun music was like leaving hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
true.
So they were some of the like that Humpty dance, like people's Humpty like, oh man, that's crazy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy in the moment when that came out because that song was coming out amongst a lot of other songs that didn't sound anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we all know, well, most of us know that there's no Tupac without the Digital Underground. You know what I'm saying? He came up with them. He learned a lot from them. He got a lot of styles, a lot of understandings. And so, just even shouts out to them for, talent discovery, man. But yeah, I mean, Digital Underground, man. I just love that they had the fun. They had a lot of funk in the music, and we were able to see a fun hip hop, when they were delivering it. There in that. It was kind of that early 90s, early to mid 90s. But this is the time when, Public Enemy was getting big and NWA was getting big, and a lot of just very different sounding type of music, and they were still giving us the fun stuff, man. So definitely, man, just shouts out to the Digital Underground, man, and my man Shock G. I used to get busy getting the Burger King bathroom.
Hey, shout out to Shotmaster J too,
how
man.
Classic is that though? Man, they
Kenny K.
If you didn't know any of Shock G bars, like you knew that one classic line. Even white chicks knew that line. Like,
hey, yo, fat girl, come here. Are you ticklish? Yeah, I know you're fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. Never stop. People get busy. I'm a freak.
Yeah,
I like the girls with the boobs.
Almost got busy in the Burger King bathroom. Classic,
yeah, man. Love it.
Classic,
love
man.
it. And then even that same,
Mac.
hey, that same song, that was my joint too.
Song.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gonna have me jamming this
Classic.
underground. What's that
Sex
sex
Package?
package? That sex
Sex
package
Package
was a classic too, man.
Yeah, the
Classic.
sex package. Yeah.
If you had that, your mom and them wasn't really watching you too much. You know?
Not really.
Fact.
Either that or you hit the
Or your
CD
older
and,
brother and
and
sister
the
was a
mattress
freak.
of
That-
Iceberg Slim's bed. So.
Yeah, that.
Dang,
Your older brother was wilding.
Slim then said your older sister was just a freak.
Your older sister was a freak. Bebo P, man, what you got,
I
man?
remember her.
Oh, yeah, you used to call you a jawbone.
Just call you jawbone.
Oh, I know your name.
That's from that house party for people that don't.
Man, the most classic scene. The most classic
Oh,
scene.
no, I know your name.
Wow.
Hey, man, RP, man, Bernie, man. God bless.
Man. But he slammed his fist on the table and stood up.
He did.
Now I got to cut you.
Fantastic thing, man. Fantastic.
I'm gonna take it all the way back, man. All the way back.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Man. You wanna
Okay.
shoot
I
a
don't,
hill game,
obviously, I
bro?
don't do
Chill,
Black
we good.
History Month, but at the same time, I do want to commemorate, at least somebody from, the historic era, even well before hip hop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give my flowers to Otis Redding, man.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the at least three kings of soul back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right
man.
along with James Brown and Sam Cooke.
Okay.
There was a time where he even sold more albums than James Dean and I forgot the other cat. I think it was like in '69.
Okay.
But I mean, he was really, somebody that died well before his time, so to speak, because he died in like his mid-20s. And that Sitting at the Dock of the Bay, that was recorded right before his untimely demise too. And he just was such an influence to so many people of his day, from like your Janis Joplins, your Marvin Gaye's, even Led Zeppelin, Grateful Dead. The Bee Gees even wrote a song for him. I think it was right before he passed, and they wanted him to record it. And forgive me, I can't remember the song, but I was such a fan of him, man. He was heck, even Ye and Jay for the Watch the Throne album sampled him with the song called Otis. So
that's why the song's called Otis.
Yeah, man. So I know there's so many other people I'm leaving out, Aretha Franklin, oh gosh, The Doors. I mean, his music just spanned from, all different genres, to as far as influence is concerned. He had such a soulful voice, man, to the point where it was like Jeremiah in the Bible, where he was considered, just the weeping prophet, where that's kind of what I think about with Otis Redding's music. Just very soulful and very emotional and very, just very touching. And, he really just deserves his flowers, I think, man, and folks of his ilk. So I definitely want to give my flowers to Otis Redding. Shout out to you. Rest in peace.
That's a classic look, man. Real talk.
Yeah. Real classic. Classic.
Yeah.
For sure.
J. Ken, what you got for the week, man?
Man, I'm gonna stay far away from prize. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Bebo.
He's over here bodying him again.
Roz, if you're watching this, you see who the haters are and you see who's not.
Get a superstar.
But man, I gotta go. I gotta go Oakland.
Go ahead.
I gotta go Oakland like LD. I gotta go with the short dog. You know what I'm saying? Too short.
Oh, okay.
Yes. There we go.
What's his favorite word, J. Camp?
Yeah.
What's my favorite word? Hey, you gotta say it like short.
This thing, Too Short still making hits to this day.
He's still making hits, bro.
Yeah.
And shout out to Too Short for just having his first child too, which is unbelievable.
He on that ID swag, okay?
Yeah,
Iceberg,
man.
On that Iceberg ID buddy.
Man, that Born to Mac was like the first Too Short album I heard like as a youngster. Like my uncle was a DJ, man. So every time I rode with him, dude was killing that Born to Mac. You know what I'm saying? So he put me on game early, man.
Hey man, Too Short was the reason why a lot of people got L dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Yep, they were.
Short
check him out on top of the R.
Short was cutting albums
check him out up
like
there.
in the early 80s, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Born to Mac was like his fourth. It was like his fourth album. It was like the first real popular album that he had, man. I mean, because when I heard that Freaky Tales come on, I was like,
He's hard to tell.
That's another. Too Short was another dude. If you knew Too Short like in middle school, your mama was a freak. Or your sister was.
Dude, if
your grandma, because your grandma could have been 25 or something.
What was that joint he had on his joint was like number one for a minute on that BT show, man. Getting wild again is good. That's on classic.
That's rider music. It's low rider.
Let's forget though, Too Short's producing a lot of stuff too, man.
Fact.
He's producing a lot of stuff.
Man.
So
he is.
He just.
That's why I said, like, you know what I'm saying. If your auntie was jamming at Too Short, you know she had finger waves and a gold tooth.
Yeah, man.
Making macaroni and cheese, dog, from scratch, dog. No box.
Right. You know she was dropped into the floor at them barbecues.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
with the mule heels on.
Exactly. With a blunt in her hand and a beard and a 40.
Hey, all I gotta say is,
cigarette.
In the late 90s, early 2000s, if the girl if she was reciting every Too Short bar, then hey, you knew what time it was.
You knew what time it was. It was that smash and dance and Hustle Ride.
Yeah.
Do you want to ride? Keep it on the hood.
Right.
Iceberg Slim will go back here like this as she's citing every lyric.
Right.
That Dick Tracy hat.
With that Stevie J swag.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, man.
You know what it is, ma.
You know what it is, man.
What say you though, Berg?
Man, it's Black Future Month, not history, man. We off the history a little bit. We're gonna do the future, man, but definitely like Bill Bebo P said, man, is one of the dudes that kind of like did the political rap and did it right was Public Enemy, but my man Chuck D. You know, I gotta give it to Chuck, man. Just being that intellectual dude when everybody else is kind of spitting the dope dealer rap and I got a BMW and Benz and all that. Chuck came in and still made money off of like doing positive hip hop, but it had such grit and grime to it, man, and a militant aspect of it, man, where you just had to respect it, man.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, I mean, 911, get up and get down. 911 is a joke in your town. I mean, like he would make a political thing fun and cool and still play in the club. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
So, like I said, at the end
he's
of the day,
one of the last guys to do that, man. I'm trying to think of who's been able to do that since then. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like Killer Mike or some bull. You know what I'm saying?
But his rhymes don't really be. I mean, Killer Mike he might have one or two songs, but he ain't putting out no full album where he's just going in like Chuck D and them was.
Well, another thing too, man. Chuck D. The only rapper that could tuck his shirt into his jeans and still rock a mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, get wicked. Like, hey man, whatever you want me to do, man, I'm gonna do it, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get wicked.
Yeah, man. Just listen to these album titles, though.
Hey man, Fear of Black Planet. If you didn't have an older brother, sister, man, are you young? Are you under 40? Go check out that Fear of a Black Planet, man. Like Ice Cube, and NWA and Public Enemy, Public Enema,
right? Public Enema, whatever they call it.
I don't care about that Public Enema. Right. You had to go check out those albums, man. And to me, that's where a lot of cats was getting really woke, not the fake woke, but real woke as far as like understanding what's going on. And that's when you had your Malcolm X little leather little necklace and bull, you know what I'm saying? And your Malcolm X hat.
Had your Malcolm Little swag.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Chuck D, man, all day, man. And really, like I said, a lot of his music is the soundtrack to a lot of people's just lives, man. Not even just movies.
Man.
So
yeah, like I said, but just check out these album titles. Yo Bum Rush the Show. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. Fearer of a Black Planet. Apocalypse 91. The Enemy Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying?
That's my album. The Enemy Strikes Back too.
Yeah, just come on.
I mean, they had a run, bro. They had a run.
Just the titles by themselves already tell you exactly what you're about to get into.
What it's gonna be. That's right,
man. Yeah. So definitely shout out to Chuck D, man.
Yeah, Chuck D, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's Black Future, man, this year. And we'll be talking about maybe next sometime on the Black Table Talk, but definitely on this channel, man. Just some cool things that's going on, man, where you know a lot of African Americans are doing some innovative stuff now that we need to plug in and tap into. And even if you just following it, liking a page, man, just doing something where we're promoting these cats, man, to help them out, man. Because at the end of the day, the future lets you know where we were and where we have been, but the past tells you that, but the future is where we got to go. You know what I'm saying? Man. We need to have a Black automotive company, you know, or a tech company, man. We need to have more things like that, man. I'm moving in the right direction. So, and honestly, music ownership is where we need to go to as far as the music and hip hop is concerned. Where like Nas, where you know Prince didn't do a song with him because he didn't own his music. You know what I'm saying? And that don't make any sense that you put blood, sweat, and tears in this stuff and you don't own it. So at the end of the day, man, Fresh Out is always talking about ownership, man, and that's how we're gonna be, man. Right. So at the end of the day, man, hey, great episode tonight, man. You guys killed it like always, man. Of course, we went heavy in the game, man, but like we're gonna get wicked. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go with it. So
you got to take your shirt in your jeans now.
I took my shirt in my jeans and go on stage. So and hey, shout out to my man Nuno Beige, man. He just came out with a little instrumental album.
Okay,
you gotta check it out. I'll put it up definitely on the screen, man, when we do some posts. But shout out to our man Nuno Beige, man, with the instrumental album too, man. You know, we gotta show the homies love. Any shout outs when we get up out of here?
Nah, man.
Shout out to the peoples, man.
Shout out to the subs.
Shout out to North Carolina, man, for the good commentary.
Absolutely.
Loving it. Yeah. Shout out to, you know, all the folks who still battling, you know, with this crazy virus that's still out here just sweeping through the country, man. So make sure y'all staying safe. Make sure you
go to the grocery store, man, and get some food before they end up taking everything.
Exactly. Make sure you wash your stinking. Inflation is about to hit. So, you know what I'm saying? Harder. Stuff is about to go up more in price. Make sure you got a little something in the kitty. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your kitty jar is nice and smooth.
For sure.
Shout out to you, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all holding it down.
Pimp squad, baby.
This squad, baby. Hold it down.
Baby. We holding it down, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all holding it down, man.
That's what's up.
Bebo, man, you got any advice besides Whoopi?
Well, I have her back in 2 weeks. But Bebop, she's only suspended for 2 weeks. I know. That's why I'm the quack. No.
Hey, shout out holding it down too, man. You know,
shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to the listeners. Yeah. Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yeah. And again, shout out to North Carolina. My mom's from there. So yeah. Definitely always had a heart for the South, and I always had a place there. But really just, you know, everything that Jay Camp said, you know, shout out to you brothers each and every time. Shout out to you followers, man, you listeners who continue to get down with us here at Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast, the new rap city, and the first podcast to get down on Spotify.
Basement. Don't forget
with no what?
Yeah.
With no basement. Rap City, no basement.
No basement.
Rap City, no basement.
And make sure that you keep you keep a tight circle with the right people.
Yes,
if you have to cut off a lot of people just to get to those twos and fews, or even if it's just one,
man,
it might hurt, but you gotta
stay away from Diddy.
And stay away from
t-shirt Fresh Out. Stay
away from Bussy. I mean Diddy. Stay away from Diddy. So you know, just do what you got to do to stay safe out here in 2022. This is going to be a very challenging year. just as 2021 is, if not more challenging in some cases. So you definitely want to be in the right mind, have overall, the best spiritual background it is that you can have, if that's how you rock. Definitely definitely support and continue to support us here. Cop some of the merch, cop some of the products here. Just rock with us, man. And we're going to rock with you, and we're going to give you the content that you deserve to hear.
Shout out to Michael Jackson.
Shout out and rest in peace to the legend, Michael Jackson. And with that said, I'm gonna hand it over to the Podfather. Man, take it away, L.
Hey, nothing else, man. Just be safe and be healthy out here, man, and push through 2022. Like Camp said, man, inflation is gonna hit us a little bit. Hunker down, hold on to your cash, get a little bit more in your kitty if you can.
Hold on to your butts.
I know, not everybody can, but if you have the capability, do so. We looking forward. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be beautiful, but sometimes we hit a few bumps in the road, man. So yeah, but shouts out to all you guys. Let's keep it pushing.
Yes, right. There you go.
Hey, man, again, Fresh Out, man. Another great episode, man. Check us here every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Maybe we might be on a little CP, 9:30, 9:45. But, hey, man, check us out every Wednesday. We're here. Also, check out the replays on the channel. Play them when you're bored at the JO, like my man, North Carolina. We hold it down again. Right. Shout out to all the beautiful ladies, man.
That's right.
Look out this month, man. We got some dope guests coming, man. I'm definitely trying to get Doggy Diamonds on here. I got my man. I'm trying to talk to my man Sauce Money. You know what I'm saying? So, just look out for these great little collabs we're gonna be doing,
and more that we won't tell y'all yet, but we got more.
Like I said, man. Fresh Out, J Camp, Bebo P, the Podfather, LB. You know how we get down, man. Again, another great show, y'all.
Salute.
We'll see y'all back here Wednesday.
Peace.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.